Hello. I figured that maybe I could do a little hotel report card since we stayed at, well, 5 or 6 hotels over our last trip. Let you know where to stay and where to avoid. So, we'll start with our first hotel we stayed at, which was in Las Vegas, Nevada. It was a Homewood Suites by Hilton hotel, and it was close to the Las Vegas airport. It was also close to the Strip and pretty much anything you'd want to see in Las Vegas. It was nice. It was so nice. I mean, we felt like we were staying in a fancy hotel. Everything was nice about the room. It had, a little kitchenette with a full-size refrigerator. I think it even had a stove, a microwave, and it had a nice breakfast. It came with a free breakfast, and it was like a buffet-style breakfast that had everything. It had the waffles, eggs, I think it had bacon, fruit, all kinds of different fruit, yogurt, cereal, that sort of thing. But it had really everything you could want. It was a nice hotel, and it was a pretty good price. It was $82.86 for that night, which I believe was a AAA discount. So I'll just let you know that. Next, we went to California, and our plan was to stay and go to Six Flags, so we wanted to be close to Six Flags. We found Comfort Suites near Six Flags, which was in Stevenson Ranch, California. You know what? Let me tell you the addresses of these places, just in case you want to know. Sorry, backing up a little. The Hilton, the Homewood Suites by Hilton. Address, great. La-di-da. Uh-oh. Well then. Shoot. Oh, anyway. You can probably find that out. The Comfort Suites near Six Flags in Stevenson Ranch, California. The address for that is 25380 North The Old Road, Stevenson Ranch, California, 91381. This was nice. It was a decent setup. It had 2 queen beds and a little sofa bed. So it, had a small living area, and their breakfast was nice too. They had the waffles and the cereal and the different things to choose from. It would have been nice. I think I wish they had more fruit to choose from. I think they just had like apples and bananas or something, The other one had more fresh fruit like cantaloupe and strawberries and watermelon and that sort of thing. But they would change every day. Like, we stayed the first night, I think, I don't know, it was a Saturday, and Sunday morning's breakfast was like biscuits and gravy. I mean, aside from the waffles and the cereal and everything else, it was like biscuits and gravy for Sunday morning. And then another day it was eggs and sausage. Another day I think it was eggs and bacon. So every day there was additional things that were different, and then always the waffles and everything else that was good. That was nice. We enjoyed it. For the most part, it was $107 a night. Well, I guess for one night, and then for 2 nights, the other 2 nights, it was $94.50 for some reason. That was nice. We were happy with it. It was a nice area. We were really close to a Walmart and all kinds of stuff too. So we stayed there for a couple of days and we enjoyed it. Then we moved on closer to Disneyland. So Anaheim, let me just find that. We stayed the Islander Inn and Suites, which I was really excited about because, it was a big room. My mom was going to be joining us, and it had a bunk bed. And I knew that the bunk bed was in like the same main area, but when we got there, it was really cramped. It was just the way it was set up was like crazy. The 2, I think, queen size beds and then bunk bed, just bam, bam, bam. and it was just like the tub was outdated, the bathroom was outdated. It was like small and cramped. I don't know. I'm sure like most hotel bathrooms are similar size, but this one, it drove me nuts. Something about the design to it, and the counter where there was like no counter space really. So that was annoying. And then they had the free breakfast that was like pastries, coffee, and juice. And it was like, you know, that was just supposed to be this wonderful breakfast, and to me that's not a breakfast. They did have apples, but honestly, it wasn't worth it to get the free breakfast, and the room wasn't like anything great to it. But, you know, the price was decent. It was, I'm not really sure. You know, it was under $100 a night, and again, that should be with, yeah, the AAA discount. So, you know, if you don't care, you know, it was a place to stay near Disneyland, and it was simple. But, you know, if you're gonna get it for the free breakfast, I would go somewhere else and pay for breakfast. It wasn't worth it. So that was disappointing. And then we moved on to the Econo Lodge near Hollywood because we wanted to check out some things in Hollywood. And you know, I wasn't thrilled about the hotel in Anaheim, so I was excited to move to a new hotel. This was a Choice hotel, which I've always been pretty much happy with the Choice line, you know what I mean? It was an Econo Lodge, and I knew it wasn't going to be anything fancy, and I knew it wasn't going to be anything fancy just because it was in Hollywood. But I expected it to be better than it was. There was kind of a creepy lady that worked there. She wasn't nice, she wasn't friendly, she was creepy. I mean, she would just kind of like appear here, there, and everywhere. And we checked in, and the room was just gross. It stunk like skunks and cigarettes, and I've already talked about this. But and someone had left their food in the microwave, so it just like wasn't really, you know, our room wasn't looked over very good before we checked in. And we went to complain about it, and the lady was, you know, kind of, oh, well, I don't know why they'd be smoking in a non-smoking room, la la la, but, you know, whatever. And she was just not very nice in even getting us a new room, so I wasn't happy about that. The next room was better, but it was just had that musty old hotel smell, and that one smelled like cigarettes too. Then later we saw that she was smoking like outside the lobby, so I'm sure she probably goes around checking the rooms while she's smoking. Maybe that's why they smell like cigarette smoke. So that one I wouldn't recommend unless you like creepy people, you know, around Halloween time. Maybe that's kind of fun, but not for us. And it almost felt like I was staying in like a haunted hotel or something. But their breakfast, their free breakfast, donuts that they got from Yum Yum Donuts across the street, right? They got them, took them out of the box, set the box outside the lobby door on the ground, and then hand wrapped the donuts in baggies and put them out on this, you know, their counter. And then their juice with little Capri Sun pouches in their little refrigerator. So that was like the dinkiest, cheesiest breakfast ever. And I was really kind of, you know, it's so unsanitary that the creepy lady hand wrapped them herself. John was saying he would have preferred to save like, you know, $10 off the room and go to Yum Yum Donuts and get our own donuts or something, you know, or give us like a $5 voucher to go get our own donuts, because that was just not cool. So that one I really wouldn't recommend unless, again, you just want a place to crash and you don't really care what it's like. It was close to everything we wanted to see. That the address was 777 North Vine Street in Hollywood, California, and I actually was like, hey, 7's a lucky number, you know, that's going to be a great hotel. But I was proved wrong. Then we headed out to Las Vegas again and stayed in a different hotel than we stayed in last time in Vegas. It was John told me it's pronounced La Quinta, La Quinta, whatever. La Quinta Inn, and that was 3970 South Paradise Road in Las Vegas. That was $71 a night, and it was like a bright, cheery room. and there was a good amount of space in there. Their wireless internet was flawless. You didn't have to worry about password or anything. All these other places, it was just kind of a pain in the butt to have to call down and get the password. Nothing was set up. This is how you do it. You know, you always had to call, how do I set it up? This one was just pretty much easy. You just turn it on and click on your browser and you're pretty much good to go. So that was nice. Their breakfast was nice, but their eating area was kind of crowded and clustered, and that was not very fun. And then, like, their setup is weird. You have to go through the breakfast area to go to the lobby, and that was kind of weird when we were checking out. And then it's really secure, which is nice because you have to use your key to get into all of the buildings within the building. But then it was like, once I checked out, there was a point where I almost got stuck, and so that was weird. But I would not mind staying there again. And I will try to attach some pictures of the rooms, and I just thought I should share that. So thanks for listening.